In this video, I am going to show you how to create a database in MySQL Server using Android Studio. In this project, we are using JDBC driver and we will create MySQL database and their components like tables, view and store procedures. So first select the empty views activity and click on next and give the project name here and select the language Java and click on finish. Now project sync has finished and click on apps and click on manifest and add a permission here, usage permission, internet. And open a build gradle and add a MySQL connector JDBC dependency here. So implementation, add this dependency MySQL connector Java 5.1.49 and hover the mouse here for latest version of Android Studio and replace with new library catalog declaration. Click here and now sync the project. Click on sync now and project sync in progress. Now project sync finish and close this and open the resource folder and layout, activity main layout and add a button here for create database, create tables, views and stored procedure. First add a button create database and create tables, create views and create stored procedure and add a image for only demo purpose and add a edit text. And create a on click function, hover the mouse here, create database function in activity main and create a on click function on create tables in activity main and add a create view function view and create stored view function in activity main. First add a Java class here, so right click and create new Java class and give the name connection class, hit the enter and declare some variables db and IP and assign the IP address 10.0.2.2. This IP address for emulator only or only testing purpose and declare a variable port and assign a value 3306. This is the default port number for MySQL server and username, our username is default username is root and password of your SQL server. In my case, this is 1 2 3 4 5 6. And I create a function for connection, connection, and set the value for java.sql con connection null. And class dot for name, assign the class name here com dot mysql dot jdbc driver, and connection string is jdbc colon mysql colon, and supply the IP address here and port number and database name, and con is equal driver dot get connection and connection string, and pass your username and password here and return this con. Now open the activity main and declare some variables here. The first is connection class and connection con and string database name and str for passing the message. Now assign the value for here database name is equal, and input any database name here. Suppose I am creating the database my database, my database. Initialize the connection class. So connection class is equal new connection class, and con is equal connection class dot con. Now create a database here. New single thread executor. Executor service dot execute, and create run on UI threads and threads dot sleep, and pass a millisecond here and pass here SQL exception E and str is equal E dot twisting, and now pass a condition here. If con is equal null, then str is equal error, and else create a string here, string create data db query, and query for create database, create database and database name. So database name, this is the simplest query for create database. And now declare a statement, select the statement java.sql, stmt is equal con dot create statement, and now stmt statement dot and select here execute update and pass the query here for create database. This is create db, pass here create db query. Now pass the string is equal database created successfully. This query for create database is default database type. If you want to check database is exist or not, then you can pass condition here create database if not exist. And if you want to set character set and other things, then your query will be create database if not exist and pass the database name and set the character set. Character set is equal, and here the character set, and now collect is equal, this is the collect, and encryption is equal no, this is the default value. And if you want to encrypt database, you can set here y. So I am creating a simple default database, so I am using this query. Now create a table query here, and creating for table query, copy this executor service part and this part, copy here, and create a query for create database string create table query, and table query create tables if not exists, check the condition if table it already exists and create table. This is the employee is the table name and employee ID is a column name and this type is integer and this is primary key and allow node null and auto increment type. Another column is last name, type is varchar and next column is first name and address, type is varchar and city. Now create another tables. So copy this portion, copy and paste here and replace this table name. So I am creating next table customer and customer ID, last name, first name, same. Creating database and set the database name here connection class dot dv. Set your database name and con is equal connection class dot con before creating tables or views. Create the view and copy these and paste on create view function and create a query here, create view query, create or replace view and pass a view name here. So I am my view name is customer list and as a keyword create or replace also a keyword, view is a keyword and customer list is the name of the view and here is a SQL query create from customer and htmt dot statement dot execute update and pass the query here create view query and str is equal views created successfully. Now create a store process and same way copy all things here and little change and here is the function create stored procedure and pass same thing database name here and connection initialize the connection here and create for store procedure. First check the if our procedure is if exist, then if exists the procedure, here is the procedure name, in my case this is my procedure and drop procedure if exist and execute this query and now create new query and create procedure is a keyword and my procedure is the name of the procedure and begin is a keyword and this is query select all from employee and write the int keyword here and now statement dot execute updates create procedure and pass the string stored procedure created successfully and post this message in the text view. Now run the app. Now check first all codes. Now run the app. Now our app is running successfully. Now open the MySQL workbench and connect with MySQL. Click here. This is the root. And here is the schemas. And our database name is my database. So click on create database button here, and here as error message. Now initialize the con on create database. So con is equal connection class dot con. Now run the app. And our app runs successfully. Now click on create database, and our message is database created successfully. Open the MySQL workbench and refresh the schemas. So this is our my database, and there are no any tables here. So our database created successfully. Now click on create tables. So message is tables created successfully. Now check the tables and click on tables and click on refresh button. So our tables customer and employee created successfully. Customer ID, last name, first name, address and city, and employee. Now click on create view, and views created successfully, and click on create stored procedure. So click here, and our stored procedure created successfully. So our code is working perfectly. Now check the our views and procedures. So open the workbench and refresh this, and our views customer list created successfully, and our stored procedure my procedure is created successfully. Now our MySQL JDBC connector is working perfectly for the Android applications. Thank you for watching this video. If you like, then please like, share and subscribe the channel.